Okay, so as I started to say, when we were thinking on how to structure this presentation, we started to think also, how is the work landscape going to look tomorrow? And the answer came very spontaneously and very simply to us. The working landscape of tomorrow is looking digital and is looking international. National and international organizations, companies and law firms alike are urgently looking for technology lawyers that are able to bridge between technology and law, and that are able to contribute to legally shape all the transformations in which our society is going at the moment. A lawyer does not need to have just some knowledge on technology or some knowledge on law, but should be able to understand the interaction between these two fields and to ensure that innovation will happen in full compliance with the laws. This lawyer could be you. We think this lawyer should be you. The LLM program in technology, law, and innovation has been designed to offer you exactly such an opportunity. It is a unique program that offers a combination of different courses, of foundations of technology law, of research-driven courses, and practically oriented courses. It builds an advanced knowledge in the area of technology law by providing the students with knowledge in an innovative and Socratic method of teaching. And last but not the least, is hosted by a very young and dynamic research group, STEP, Security, Technology, and E-Privacy, that hosts research in various areas of technology law, but even beyond in the areas of economic law and sustainability. What are the main courses of the program? Well, if I was to divide them in groups, I would say that there are some courses that give you the foundations in technology law and innovation, like, for example, the course on intellectual property, the course on consumers and innovation, on competition law, data-driven innovation, cybersecurity, and the last course, the law of sustainable technology, or said shortly, LOST, which is not lost, but it is there in order to reflect about the future of all the technology that is being developed and how to sustain it in the future. Then there are courses that build your skills in research. And in these purposes, especially, there is the seminar on interaction of legal systems and as well the thesis process. I will explain this in a moment. And there are also courses that are more directed towards practice, as there is the law and practice course. I will say a word about this as well. If you are interested on more detailed information about the courses, I can, of course, explain a little bit more here, or you can go on the OCASIS page, and there you can find more information, more detailed one for each of the courses. And here you can see how the courses are structured through the year. I don't know if all of you present in this meeting come from the Netherlands, and if you are familiar with the system. But in case you are not, just to know that we have 2 semesters, but each semester is shared in 2 blocks of 7 weeks each, plus 3 weeks of exams. And in the first semester, the seminar on interaction between legal systems, that is a research seminar, will go through all the semester. However, in the first 7 weeks, the students will focus on 2 very interesting and important courses for the future of technology lawyers that are intellectual property law and consumers and innovation. In the second block of the first semester, there is the course on competition law and market regulation and the course on data-driven innovation. In the second semester, so starting as of February, there are two courses that will continue through all the semester. One is law and practice, and the other one is the thesis. Then in block period 3, the students will follow the cybersecurity in international and European law course. And in the fourth period, or period 2B, there will be the course on law of sustainable technology. I'm going to say just a few words about the course on law and practice, because it is a new development for all the master programs at our university, and it is a very important course that allows the students to already have some practical experience, either by doing practical internships externally in companies or agencies, or internally research internships within the university. And this can be both research or education-driven internships. If students would not like to engage in an internship, but instead would like to take a more structured master classes in law and practice, that is possible as well. There will be the masterclass in law and technology challenges, which would give the possibility, again in a practical fashion, to discuss about different problems, to find technical solutions, tools and strategies that might be useful for solving different specialized and advanced problems in technology law. With regards to the thesis, that is also a very important part of the master program. It gives the possibility to the students to build up their research skills and to come up with very brilliant ideas. However, it's not done in a complete vacuum, but it is done in a guided process with a clear time frame regarding deadlines, the assignment of the supervisor, as well as the possibility for having feedback and even a last moment a repair period in August, that is before the graduation. What would be the job prospects? Well, we always say the sky is the limit when you talk about technology law. There is, of course, the possibility to specialize and become technology lawyers. There is the possibility to work as in-house lawyers for industry, for electronic commerce, media, telecommunication companies, consultancies. There is a possibility to become policy advisors in national administration, international organizations, to work for data protection authorities, or to work as data protection compliance officers in any company or organization, or as an intellectual property compliance officer in various companies. In a nutshell, just to summarize the program, well, it's a 1-year LLM full-time. It's in English. It has a total of 60 study points. At the end of the program, you get an LLM degree. There is the admission process for students of the technology law track. The admission is automatic. For other students, well, it depends from their background. For students of the general European law track, there are 3 courses that are required as a prerequisite, and these are data protection and human rights in the digital world, or comparative knowledge, IT in the context of law, or comparative knowledge, and the course on intellectual property or comparative knowledge. The deadline for submission is the 1st of May, and you can find information about the fees online, as well as you can find information about potential scholarships. You need to check all the deadlines and criteria for applying, but if you are thinking of applying for a scholarship, you need to be quick, because the possibilities are limited. What is also very important when deciding on your future studies is also your well-being, and where you'd like to spend 1 year of your life. And Groningen, for the ones of you that already know, and for the ones of you that don't, is a nice city to be in. Is a city at the dimension of man in a way. You can reach almost every place easily by bike, especially if the wind helps you. It is in the very flat part of the Netherlands, and you can find some of the tallest people in the country. It's considered as one of the most healthiest cities in the Netherlands, and the university is very well embedded and integrated in the center of the city, with more than 400 years of history. So it's not the worst place to be. In order to conclude this short presentation, I just want to say that the LLM in technology, law, and innovation is a unique opportunity. Gives you unique skills and a unique tool of skills and knowledge that will make you stick out in the future and be successful in the job market. Thank you for your attention, and this was the short presentation I was preparing.
Thank you, Jonida, for this presentation. Of course, are there any questions at this stage for Jonida? Then, Pablo, would you like to say how you're experiencing this master's so far?
Yes. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you and we can see you. Thank you.
Perfect. So first, a little bit about myself. I am, as you all know, following the master's in Groningen. Before that, I also did the LLB, so the bachelor program in Groningen. I was the first batch for the technology law track. Currently, I'm also working at a consultancy in Amsterdam in the same field. So I'm basically very, very well set on following technology law related things in the future. I think what kind of sets the master apart, because I graduated not last year, but the year before. I was looking for other universities for master degrees in technology law, and basically everything that I was seeing was just based on a lot of competition law, or a lot on either data protection or media law. So it was very much varying per university of what kind of curriculum you would get. And in Groningen, this master basically offers an overview of everything. So basically all the points that I thought that should be covered were there, but also the way of teaching sounded very interesting, especially when you compare it to other masters at the faculty, but mostly how most courses in Dutch law are taught. And I think for bachelor level, it's one thing, but for master level, it's very important that things are very practice-based. So just so far, right, I am following courses in Block 2, so that's halfway there. First block, you have a course that's very much based on weekly assignments that are very varied. It can vary from writing a research paper. It can vary from working in a group to provide advice to a client like you would do in a consultancy. It can be trying to draft legal advice on an initial coin offering for a cryptocurrency company. So it's very varying. This is consumers innovation, by the way. Very practically, very practice focused. Also next to the actual content lectures. You had a moot court for intellectual property law. Now for data-driven innovation, you have weekly meetings that are very much student-led. So I think for master level, especially for something like technology law, that is something that is being basically shaped as we go, and you need to be extremely flexible as a lawyer and as a professional to be able to deal with those changes and to be able to interact with people from other sectors, not only lawyers all the time. So I think this really adds very nicely. So it's in terms of choice as well. I don't think you can anywhere nowadays escape the relevance of up and coming technologies, especially than the field of regulating technology law. And there is a lot of scarcity when it comes to technology lawyers. So lawyers that actually have knowledge outside of only black letter law and are able to think critically about new technologies and implement those and interact with people from businesses side, from a technical side, and so on. So in that sense, I don't know if, again, people that are following the session already did that choice a while ago when picking for the technology law track, or people who are just transitioning now to technology law. But I think it's a very relevant field, and I think both in practice and in theory, those points are very well covered in the master. Yeah, well, are there actually any questions about my experience or how I view the master or job market or anything in that sense right now? Or any points, Jean and Jonida, that you would also like me to cover?
Let's see whether there are any questions. I think you've done an excellent presentation, probably. Actually, while
Thanks.
listening to you, I was like, if only I could actually follow the masters myself.
Yeah, that's another nice thing, right? It's some universities already have masters, but this is well, my track now will be the first time following that master. So it's a very interesting position. You see that on the market right now. You have a lot of people who came from very different sectors. Some people still had a background in privacy or data protection, but at least in the consultancy where I work at, you have people who more recently followed this track. You have people who are actual full legal lawyers, and they simply had to pick up the pace and then actually study the GDPR, or still are very, very unfamiliar with new technologies or technology regulations. So having the chance to engage those questions very early on is very nice. So I've had many situations where I was talking about a topic, or even when doing my research, and I thought that my knowledge was very superficial and, well, actually know nothing. I'm just a bachelor student. And then you see when you compare yourself to the market that you have actually very cutting edge knowledge. So doing that master now is very interesting because things are growing as of now. And also for me, it's very fun to be on the very edge of where things are happening. While with traditional law, you're basically following on the footsteps of someone else, reading books from 200 years ago. Technology law, it's very much that people who are already established in the field are kind of with their hands in their hairs because they, well, have not per se had an education on that. And those issues are very much here now and they need to be dealt with. So I think the master offers a very nice opportunity to actually, yeah, just come with the foot at the door in the job market, having that sort of knowledge.